Imagine thousands of users suddenly visit your website at the same time, but what happens if all those requests go to just one server? The server gets overloaded, everything becomes slow, and eventually it can crash. So, how do large websites handle huge amounts of traffic? They use something called a load balancer. Think of a load balancer like a traffic controller. Instead of sending every user to the same server, it distributes incoming requests across multiple servers. For example, you might have server 1, server 2, and server 3. The load balancer receives the request first, then it decides which server should handle it, and one of the simplest ways to make that decision is called round robin. Round robin is basically taking turns. The first request goes to server 1, the second goes to server 2, the third goes to server 3, then it starts again, server 1. Server 2, server 3, simple, right? This works well when all your servers have similar capacity and the requests require roughly the same amount of work, but there's a problem. What if server 1 is already extremely busy while server 3 is almost completely free? Round robin doesn't really care, it simply keeps taking turns, and that's where least connections comes in. Instead of asking whose turn is it, the load balancer asks which server currently has the fewest active connections. Imagine server 1 has active connections, server 2 has Salvi, and server 3 has only Secus. The next request goes to server 3. Why? Because it's currently handling the least amount of traffic. This makes least connections useful when different requests take different amounts of time or require different amounts of resources. For example, one user might simply load a web page, another user might be downloading a large file. Those two requests don't put the same amount of pressure on a server. Least connections can respond to the current workload and distribute new requests more intelligently. So remember it like this. Round robin means everyone gets a turn. Least connections means go to the least busy server. Both approaches have the same goal. Don't let one server do all the work. Spread the traffic. Keep the system responsive and make it easier to handle more users. That's the basic idea behind a load balancer. One entry point, multiple servers, smarter traffic distribution.